Okay, here's how everything is going. It's been a few days. I ended up cutting the floor there in the middle at first, and there was no fuel pump. And then I cut it over here on the passenger side, in the back floor, and there was no fuel pump there either. So them were both abandoned. So I started looking, and I found a website with the fuel tank, and what I assumed was, and it was correct, that the fuel pump for the 97 STS Seville STS is located right there. I put a grinding disc, cutting disc over top of where it goes for now, but yeah, it was a little difficult to get to. I wish I hadn't cut all this. I'm gonna end up taking that tape off. I didn't want anything to crawl up in here while I let it set, because I knew I wasn't going to get to it right away. But I'm going to take the tape off, and I'm going to repair that more permanently. I'll probably use some JB Weld on it, and that thing will be as good as new. And I'll probably do the same thing over here. I had to cut them braces that come down and take that whole board, scoot it back a little bit, that holds the computer and the relays and all that stuff. So that got scooted back. I can repair all this where it'll be functional. I think what I'm going to end up doing is, where these braces are, I'm going to get some flat metal, slide it up inside because they're hollow, and then I'm going to connect it to this piece here that I cut off, and I'm going to slide that flat metal up in there, and then I'll probably put a couple bolts through to keep it secure, and that'll marry it all together, and it should be pretty solid. This here isn't real solid anyway, but it should be solid. If it's not, then I'll JB weld it too. I'm definitely going to JB weld the floor, and it will all be sealed up. This here, I cut it flush with the bottom, and I had to bend that front just a little bit right up here to get the fuel pump out, but I can bend it all back, and everything should mate up pretty nicely. And well, I'll make it where it mates up nicely, and it'll all be sealed, and it'll be just as durable as it was before. Of course, if I ever want to get this thing out again, I'll be grinding off some JB Weld, but that'll be pretty difficult. But oh well. I don't know. I'm not looking to doing this again. I didn't really mind doing this because this is a 1997. If you do a fair market analysis, a fair market value on these cars, I can get one in really nice shape for like $2,000. I can get one in this kind of condition for $1,200 to $1,500. So I'm not spending a lot of time and a lot of money on a fuel pump repair, and this fuel pump was really bad. I'll show you the fuel pump here in just a minute.